Alrighty, guys, ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. First Take, that channel, you think it's legit? You think it's legit? You know that channel, if you're familiar with Baby Metal or Atarashi Gakko. Let me tell you something. Do you think they mean by First Take that they don't record until the artist or the band is in the studio and then they press the record button? Like they don't practice, there's no rehearsal, there's not even a sound check? That doesn't make any sense. There would always be a sound check. They would always be checking the equipment, and they would always practice and rehearse before. What are we talking about, right? But Wings of Pegasus is like this. I don't know anything about him. I'm just learning about him now, and I don't know why I'm supposed to take his word for anything. But I guess I'm supposed to. I guess people say he's legitimate. I don't know. You let me know. I'm on his website right now, and his bio has quotes that people say about him, which when I see this on any sort of packaging, I think, okay, that's a little weird, bro. Why are you putting a bunch of quotes of what other people say about you as if you're trying to sell yourself? Like, show me what you do. And then, I you know what? It's not really about him. I'll just say this. To me, it's like the dude's like punching up at other channels, for attention to like sell his stuff, sell his music, which he claims doesn't use any backing tracks. That's his thing here. He says, I use no backing tracks, which he can listen to his music. I mean, he could probably use some backing tracks. Honestly, it's like, okay. Anyway, look, man, it's like this. The guy wants me to trust him and take his word for it, and it comes off across like, trust me, bro, a lot of it. Because I'm not surprised about the First Take thing. Because his thing in this video, which I'll link in the description box below, we're not going to watch the whole thing here. We're not going to even watch any of it, really. Because I already watched it. You can watch it, too. But the thing is, he acts all surprised that First Take isn't really, I guess, in the technical sense, the First Take. Meaning that, yes, the band and artist probably practice and rehearse a couple times before they press the record button. Because he even brings up in this video, why would an artist, why would a band, why would a label allow a band or an artist to record something on the first take and put it out there? Because it would probably have a lot of issues, a lot of errors. Well, yeah, that's why they rehearse. That's why they practice. But this guy is looking at this in a very particular, very anal way. Like so particular where it becomes autistic. It's like, bro, like you are being way too literal here. Breathe, man. Now, it does bring up the First Take has this intro video on their channel, like a channel trailer that says that there's no faking, there's no editing. Okay. Now, let me tell you something. Any of you guys believe that? To me, that sounds like marketing. To me, that sounds like advertising bull crap. That's what it sounds like to me. I mean, if they say no editing and no faking, yet they're working with artists that, are associated with people that want to make sure they put out a good product. I'm pretty sure they're like, when you say no editing, what do you consider editing? I'm sure it's like that. And I'm sure there's people like Wings of Pegasus that'll be like, oh, they lied. They lied. It's not good. Oh, we're gonna hate their channel now. We're not gonna watch it. It's like, bro, actually, no one cares. No one's gonna care. What are you talking about? Of course they're gonna edit some stuff. Of course they're gonna do that. There's gonna be times where there's probably gonna be issues. There's gonna be errors. They're gonna have to correct that. It's inevitable. I mean, if there's one thing that's probably true about it, is I do want to believe, I'll say that, I do want to believe that they probably are like, okay, we rehearsed, we're good, everyone good, we're going to press the record button. And then if there's issues that happen in the moment, they probably correct that. They probably are correcting stuff live in the moment and probably using pitch correction technology there, which that's another thing he brings up. Wings of Pegasus, the investigator, doing detective work, will isolate vocal tracks and look at the vocal track and be like, the way this vocal track is going, The way this wavelength looks like it's being pitch corrected. And I'm first time watching one of his videos, I'm like, how do you know? Like, I'm supposed to just trust you? And I'm like, even if like because the group, the artist sounds good, they sound great, and I'm like, okay, I'm liking that. And their mouths are moving and they're singing. And there's times where Wings of Pegasus detective work fails him, and he's like, "Oh, look, they sung something, and they didn't move their mouth when it was a backing track," because Altarashi Gakko does use those, and I think they're pretty obvious, you know. And it's a, but even then he says that even if they use pitch correction, like in the process, in the recording process, that itself would also be editing and would also be a lie. Which at that point I'm like, bro, okay, you are going way too literal here, in no one caresville. Okay, you've gone way too far in there. You need to back out of that, because, like you're lost, bro. You're lost. Like, if they're gonna use compression and limiters and stuff, what would be the difference of putting in, like, I don't know, something to help modulator control the pitch? I mean, I think when they mean editing, they probably mean no post editing, though there might be some of that, because let's be honest, there could be at times. I mean, if an artist would have a big fail and fart in the studio, they would probably edit that out of post, right? That was a goofy example, but I'm just saying, like this whole video, it's almost 40 minutes long, and it is fueled by a dude who's autistically looking at this big lie of no editing and no faking, just a one take production. Yet it's a production, and yet he acts surprised that they're probably lying about it, and that he acts surprised by that. Which like no one really cares, because we're lied to all the time about everything. Okay. But if you want to check it out yourself in all its detail, you can. It's going to be in the description box below. Like I said, I know nothing about Wings of Pegasus. He's probably a legitimate musician. I don't know. He says he's been in the industry for 25 years. His website has quotes from other guys, popular dudes. He has photos of himself here. Okay. And he has music. You know what, though? I'll say this. If you have time to make a lot of YouTube videos and analyze this stuff and whatever, and it kind of makes me wonder, like, how much work are you really doing with other bands? I don't really see any of that stuff here, actually. Okay. I see he worked on an album in 2016, and then he has, in his bio, he even says he doesn't use backing tracks in his... Okay, he's one of those guys. He doesn't use backing tracks in his work, which I'm like, okay, bro. All right, you're one of those guys. You're pure, right? I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe that for a second. I mean, do you perform live, or like, what are we doing? It's kind of like that. But yeah, his video, Wings of Pegasus video on this whole topic, I think is fueled by, well, he's surprised that he's possibly lied to by the first take, which I think any reasonable person would understand. That's probably a marketing gimmick. I wouldn't be surprised if First Take is connected with something like Sony, who they're not going to purposely put out bad stuff. Oh, wait, they did with Concord, that game. But setting that aside, yeah, I mean, being lied to by a corporate-backed entity? Well, bro, I'm sorry. Well, welcome to the world. And hopefully you get over it. I don't know if Wings of Pegasus needs a tissue, but I'm sure he can find one. You have a good day now, man.